Let's take a look and talk about the 65 Fastback. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of bodywork tips and things like that. I think that's pretty much run its course. I could go on and on and on, guys. This is a job that's going to take you hours and hours and hours. Well, days, really, possibly months. Tomorrow we're going to come in with a super high build primer and we're going to spray everything down with 2 or 3 good wet coats, block it out, and man, it won't be much longer. This thing's going to be in paint. But with that being said, we need to talk. I know I'm filthy, but tonight's just one of those nights. It's late, but I want to talk to you about what the plan is for this car and actually 2 other cars. Something that we've not discussed on the channel really is the long-term plan here. So the 65 Fastback will be on the road, painted. We'll be driving this thing here sometime this year in 2024. I will tell you guys, we've pretty much decided to paint the car a metallic gray. I don't know if you guys remember the Nova that my dad painted for Sonny Love and Brady Love. I'll show you a picture here, maybe a little bit of a snippet of the video. I'm thinking that that's going to be the color that we choose on this car. And the reason is we know that color looks good. My dad's already painted it. So yeah, it's gonna look great on this thing. We're gonna do white stripes, GT350 style stuff, stripes on the side. I got a little surprise for you guys on that though. And we're just gonna see where this thing goes. Probably gonna do more of a race design on the car, meaning we'll probably do a grill delete, possibly even a Shelby front valence. I'm not 100% sure on that. GT350 scoop on the hood, and possibly some side scoops on this car. Now, why am I telling you guys that? Well, I want you to know where we're at with the 65 because I'm probably not going to take you through the whole bodywork process on this car. We've done it with every car that we've ever painted, and there's just, I don't want to bore you guys with it. There's only so much I can show you. So I feel like it's time that we go ahead and talk about the ultimate goal with this car. What is this thing going to be? Right? Is it going to be a car that's completely restored and like all the chrome and like everything brand new? Well, originally that was the plan. But lately I have been thinking.
Oh, dude, you gotta be kidding me here. This thing's so intense.
That's right, y'all. That video and that car has completely changed my thought process on the Grey Ghost. Man, originally we were going to do all chrome trim and just new, like everything back original, right? Well, I saw this video back when it first come out, and it just didn't hit like it hits now. For some reason, this thing is hit different with me now that I'm working on the 65. And my dad, too. Funny story, my dad called me and was telling me about this video that he saw about this car, and I wasn't quite sure if it was the same one. Come to find out, yep, same video. That is probably the nastiest sounding car I have heard on YouTube, period. Look what we got. We got the same identical car here to work off of. All right, so let's go ahead and cut to the chase. If you guys don't know, this particular video right here, this 65 Mustang Fastback has a 363 stroker dark block, and it sounds awesome. It's got tri-Y headers, it's got an X-pipe, it's got auger style mufflers on it with side pipes. Like, I know the setup on this car, and it's rowdy, it sounds really good. Well, that got me to thinking on the 65. Maybe that's the direction to go with this car because it gives us a chance to make the car a little more racy, a little more GT350 style, and not have all the chrome and it just be like so pretty and pristine. That's not really the Grey Ghost style. Now the car should look pretty good, should have some nice paint on it, but I think it needs to be a little more rowdy. All right, you guys ready? We got the Calypso up there in the garage. The engine and transmission will come out of the Calypso and go in this car. The 347, the 347, y'all, is probably going to go in the 65 Fastback with some changes at some point. Not to start with. To start with, of course, we're just going to drop this thing over in here. We're going to get the 65 running. probably more compression. So we'll pull the heads off. We'll drop down on the thickness on the head gasket. See if we can't get a little more compression out of that 347. That thing's got 11R heads on it. Yeah, it should be rowdy. So the 65 Fastback will have the 347 dark block setup in it. Now here's the reason why. My dad's always wanted a 351 in this car, but if you guys know, there's not a lot of room in a 65, 66 Mustang for a 351. Here's a 351 right here, and yes, we got it. We could drop it over in there, but it's going to take a lot of modification, and I just don't want to do it. So the 393 is going to go in the poop coupe. We have something else coming because I know you guys are starting to kind of probably put two and two together and start asking questions about transmissions and like, where's all this going? Why are you putting the TKX in here? We've got something coming for this to go in the poop coupe. All right, so that leaves the Calypso. What's going to happen with the old Calypso up there? Kitty, kitty, meow. We're going to take all this stuff out, and we're going to put it in the Calypso. This pretty much is going to be the race car. We've talked about that, right? You guys understand it. It makes sense. It's the lightest car. It's a coupe. Let's just do it. So the rear end's going to come out of the Calypso, go into the poop coupe. All the stock stuff, K-member and everything else that's in this car right now, which this car does have 31 spline axles and things like that, that's all going to go in the Calypso. So the Calypso is now going to be a street car, or will be a street car, meaning cam only, carbureted, just a fun car. That T5 is all going to go in the Calypso. Guys, I'm going to repaint the Calypso. I'm not telling you what color, but at some point, if not this year, probably next year, we're going to repaint the Calypso. I want it to be a smooth daily driver. I don't want to worry about power adders and all that stuff. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, well, why don't you put the turbo on this car or supercharger? We're not going to do that right now. High compression, 347, Trick Flow 11R 205cc heads, solid roller cam. I mean, I want this thing rowdy. That means we'll have the 65 that we can drive around the street, go play at the track at some point. We will address the rear end situation on this car. It's got an 8-inch rear end. We do have a 9-inch. We may put it in the car. We'll get to that later. One thing at a time, though, for now. So we'll be able to drive the 65 around. The poop coupe's going to be the race car, still actually streetable too. And then the Calypso is going to be a true street, stock-ish Fox body. And I can't wait. Guys, we got a lot of stuff to do this year. There it is. There's the big secret. I don't want to keep it from you guys because I want you to be excited about what's coming. When are we going to do all this? I don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen. But that is the goal. If you guys have never heard that car, look that damn thing up. Truth be known, if you see this car out in public somewhere, you know, you see it at a show. Guys, we're not going for full restoration like these guys do on TV, okay? I'm just a dude in my garage trying to make a car that was a shell, a piece of crap, essentially. I'm trying to make a car look good. That's it. You know, you can walk up to this thing, I'm sure, and pick it apart. We're going to do our best, though. It's going to be a good-looking car, and it's damn sure going to be a good running car. So are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to see the 65 back on the road with a 347 stroker, high compression, TKX transmission? I know I am. It's going to be a hell of a year on the channel, y'all. Stay tuned. A lot of stuff's coming. Catch you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching. Push in, now push down till it's even with it. There you go, right there. Push in hard. Uh-oh. Pull it. Oh yeah, she's actually sanded. Look at that. Nice. We even got Camly over here in the house sanded. Look at you. You go, girl.
Ow.
There you go. She's even bent her knees.
She's got the full stance and everything. She was out here last night with me sanding a little bit. She does good.
Doing great.
I see that.
Body and paint's like a dying breed,
Yeah.
and people don't go to school for it no more hardly.
That's actually a really good video. Yeah, me and John were talking about it today. Nobody goes to school for this stuff. You know, nobody's learning this. This is kind of, paint and body is one of those things, if you can't find anything else, you know, you don't have a diploma, you know, you run out and you're like, well, you know, I can at least go do paint and body somewhere. But that's not the way to look at it, guys. There's a lot of money in this. And if you go to school for it and you really know what you're doing and you're passionate about it, there is a ton of money, and it's very rewarding as well.
Oh yeah. And if you're a weekend warrior or do it like me and the kid do, getting your family and your kids involved, man, that's the best part of it.
It is. It's a good experience because sometimes all you need to do is put some sandpaper on a vehicle for the first time to get that bug. And if you ever get that bug, sometimes that's it, man.
Yeah, and it's good to have good music too.
Yeah, it is. And matter of fact, speaking of which, we're gonna get back to some good music
Oh,
here.
that's so much. Oh,
Ooh, that's a lot sanding off, huh?
huh?
You're doing good, baby. We've told y'all a million times, you know, get your kids involved. And I'm not gonna harp on you too much in this video, but trust me, it helps. Get you some good music, get your kids, your friends, your family involved. You can't beat it.